My baby knows. My baby go. I go. No better feeling, you know, when I'm next to her, for sure. And baby, let me get some ice. Baby. Drive down with me, somewhere in the climate. I swear that everything will be just fine. I wish that we could take some time. Go anywhere, baby, I don't mind. Grown man in my suit and tie. My baby knows. My baby go. Oh, I go. Somebody is coming at 4, you guys. To paint, so we might be interrupted. Well, hello, my babies. I need some pretty glasses. Oh, maybe that can be my next project, huh? My baby knows. When my baby go, I go. No better feeling. Hey, that's really up kind of high there, huh? Okay, well, does this come up any higher? Oh, shit, it does. Okay. All right now. Okay, I got this. Okay. Hey, baby. Let's go. Oh, with you. What y'all over there talking about? Hey. Hi. Hey, who can I make a moderator? Hey, Latrina, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, Nikki X. Oh, Natisha. Oh, good. Okay, good. Let me make you a moderator because, honey, during the daytime, the people. Okay, so now, my baby know, my baby go, I go, no better feel, you know. Okay, so I'm in here now. Natasha, you said that you would be willing to moderate, correct? Okay, I'm probably going to need quite a few moderators. Natasha, you said that. Okay, here we are. Natasha, don't put them on timeout. Just kick it out, just for life. I'll get them when I feel like I'm in a better mood. Hi, anybody else? Okay, Cookie Sherry, you willing to be a moderator? Okay. One more person, please. One more person as a moderator. Monique Ray. Okay, Candy Acosta. So what you can do, sweetheart, is you can go to sunshinetarot.net, okay, and order a reading, and I can answer that for you. Okay, it's scooting up too fast, Monique Ray. Oh, I didn't know you could stop this. Ain't that something? All right, we might. Okay, I think you guys got it, huh? I think we got it. Okay, so now some idiot edit video. Okay. All right. Advanced settings, remove. Okay. All right, y'all. So what is going on with you this afternoon? So in about a half hour. Thank you, Peanut Brittle. Oh, you're learning something new. What did you learn, Atlanta? Well, thank you, Catherine. Appreciate it. Okay, Scorpio, you know I like my Scorpios, baby. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So, it says very bad connection. I'm so sorry, you guys. How bad is it? I'm going to put this down. Maybe, I don't know if that has anything to do. Oh, no. I don't know what to do to make the connection better. I'm so sorry. So, you guys, before we do a reading, I want to talk to you a little bit about respect, right? It seems like for some reason I get a lot of it. When I used to care, I don't think I got a lot of, like when I really, really needed people to treat me a certain kind of way. I really don't have the answers to that, to be honest. But what I can say is this, friends, as far as respect is concerned, respect is like a force field. People respond like, okay, like if someone says, well, I feel like you don't respect me, let me try and say it another way. There's just some people that you just automatically respect, and I think that it's more about them than it is about me, right? I just kind of noticed that when people it's a force field that like for instance, I noticed I had this Taurus friend, and I couldn't find her force field. And so it was kind of hard to know how to respect her because I couldn't feel her force field. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So it's like the maintenance man just came up and he was like, somebody's going to come at 4 to paint. And I was like, do they have to do it today? And as we were talking, I felt his force field. I knew where to stop. Sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes people are like, you should treat me in a certain kind of way. And it's like, I'm treating you in accordance to your own force field, your own vibe, Like, for instance, if somebody just lets you walk all over them and they're like, oh, that's okay. No, that's not a good example. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. A boundary is a force field that people can see. It's like people can feel the totality of your vibration about yourself. And we may not be able to pinpoint it, but a person just knows. They know if you respect yourself. We know. Even kids know who they can mess with. There's a difference between a wall and a boundary. Some people don't have boundaries, so they wall themselves in so that you'll respect them. And so respect comes from self-respect. Self-respect. And then from the place of self-respect, I emanate it out. It's really hard trying to have a relationship with someone without a force field that you can feel. Now, although Scorpios are a water sign, you can feel their force fields. But some water signs like Pisces, sometimes I struggle to feel it. So I have to work overtime because they don't have one. They don't have a force field, right? And then they're like, well, I'm mad at you for not treating me like I have a force field. That's the best I can say. Now, I'm going to ask you, what do you hear me saying? Because I don't have any other words to describe what I just said. What do you hear me saying? Please, what do you hear me saying? Because someone says to me, you don't respect me. And it's like, it's because I can't feel you. I can't feel, yeah. Oh, Bella. Oh, is that what I'm saying? Say cheese? Hey, Maria! I really don't know good boundaries. Okay, so I don't really know what self-respect is. Like, I wouldn't be able to write an essay on it. I just know what it feels like, And it's like it. But I do need to have my own set of boundaries to still, you know. Oh, let me hear what you guys are saying, because maybe I can learn something. That internal, internal with the person. Self-respect is what makes you happy without creating resentments. Oh, that's very enlightening. Respecting yourself ends with being able to respect others. Self-respect, attitude, and the vibes you feel will determine how. Right! What sign is that? Who said that? Attitude and the vibes you feel will determine how you approach them. What sign are you who says that? Who said that? Right. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the chick that came in yesterday with the groceries, totally walled in. She was all wall, and it was a wall of anger, and I could feel it. So there's a wall of anger, there's a wall of silence, there's a wall of talk, and there's a wall of, wait a minute, there's 4 of them. Anger, silence, talking. I forgot what the other wall was. But walls are not the same thing. I just don't really know how to explain it any better than that. And maybe you guys can look at the super chat and look at the amazing wisdom that's being delivered. But it's not anything that I think about, because I don't care. But okay. Right. Say, Cheese, you're so smart. You know, it's like someone said, you know, you don't respect me, and they were right. And I think that I can't really look at somebody else and say, you know, oh, well, you need to do this to change. It's my responsibility to respect, you know, God's people. But I don't feel that force field to know where to push back. You know what I mean? And it's explained really well in the book Facing Codependence. She says boundaries, they are force fields where we can just feel them. We know where to stop. You just know when someone respects themselves, thinks highly of themselves, and then it's hard to feel it. That's the best that I can do. I know that was kind of raggedy, but I can't say it any other way. It's hard. So what happens is, you know, when someone doesn't feel respected, they feel like, well, I'm going to have to do whatever it takes to get respect from you. And it's like, it's not about anything to do to get respect outside of you. It's about going within, respecting yourself and pushing it out. And then people just give it to you. Even policemen. Yeah, I never even thought about that because I don't give a fuck. I mean, I do, but honestly, with all due respect, after being treated so badly, you know, like in my family, I got close to God, and then God really started showing me He was everything. So it was like, I got Jesus. Anyway, that's your stuff. That's your stuff. That's one thing. You know, I'm not a therapist, so I really don't, you know, really know what to say. But I was just kind of taken aback when I heard, wow, you know what? There's not, because they're right. There is a lack of respect, but I think that respect is something that is earned. I think that, you know, like, it's an internal thing that is pushed out and then people respond to. I'm just a human, you know. I can't make somebody have a certain type of force field, but I respond to whatever force field comes to me. I mean, everybody can come up higher with loving themselves, but yeah, definitely self-respect automatically just makes other people respect you, unless you're dealing with a fool. You know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is, I think that this particular person has a severe problem with boundaries. I think that either they don't have them or they go to walls. So they're walled in or they're completely open. And so it's hard to have a relationship with someone who's walled in, and then it's hard to have a relationship with someone who's completely open, because when I set limits on someone who's completely open, then they think that I'm being mean. But most people have limits, especially as it relates to emotional connection, okay, because of their abuse, or maybe because of experience, or just because they have common sense and this is what you do when you're dealing with strangers. It's like, well, hold up. I mean, let me just kind of feel this out. But then somebody's like, well, I'm here. And it's like, whoa, whoa, why are you so open to a stranger? And I don't know. But respect has, to me, I just know when to give it. They come to you with that energy. And then there's some people who they literally emit an energy of disrespect me. Like they emit this vibration that it's okay to disrespect me. Yep. And they attract men that are like, okay. And I think that it might be a vibration that is carried from childhood, maybe, where people were disrespected. I'm not really sure. But it's lonely being with someone that doesn't have boundaries. It's lonely because there's no limit to push back on, so that, you're relational. So then it's like you can go way in, and it's like, wait, hold on. Where do I stop? So I personally always look at me, and I need to look at me, and I need to say, I want to be able to respect any of God's kids, no matter what their force field is. But it's very difficult having, like if I can't feel where to stop, I don't know where to stop. It's a feeling that comes from within that pushes out, and people can just feel the vibe. So, in that particular example, I believe the person was right, but I don't believe that it was me. I really feel like that's something that they need to work on, like self-respect. It's the best I can say. All right, now, what's going on in y'all love life? What's going on in your love life? Really? You know what? You're right. Can I tell you something about what you just said with the babies? Okay. You're right about babies not having any boundaries, because I was at the hospital and a baby was diagonal to me, and the baby made me so happy, and all this emotion of joy came out as I smiled. Do you know that baby like cacked? The baby cacked or did something. It felt that because it has no boundary to bounce off somebody else's emotions. As an adult, that's all I do. When someone is talking, I have a shield, and there's constantly a little computer saying, nope, I don't agree with that. Oh, wow, that's who they are. Bounce that shit off. Okay, I think I'll let that in. Wow, this is who they are. Isn't this a fun conversation, as she's telling me who she is, and I'm, feeling her life with her. But that ain't about me. Yeah, boundaries make relationships fun. But when you're dealing with somebody that doesn't have boundaries, they don't know. I don't really know. That's all I have to say about the situation, really. So I feel that as far as respect is concerned, there is a lack of respect, but I think that it's not coming from me. I think it's, you know, like a wounded, they have a vibration of being wounded and unemotional, not, excuse me, emotional without the ability to protect themselves. But do you know that that can be taught in like one seminar? Boundaries have to be taught, and there is a science to them. So, all right. So we are looking at May 3rd, you guys, okay? Oh, you are mirroring that person back to them, and they don't like what they see of themselves. Oh. And I think sometimes with soft personalities too, you want to see, you know, what's going to make you lose it. Like sometimes sweet people, you don't know. It's like, what? Huh? I mean, with sweet people, sometimes it's like, well, how sweet is sweet? What, so like I had this Cancer video talk about, like pushing mommy or how far or whatever, because I knew Cancers would understand that. But yeah, it's like even kids do that. They're trying to figure out what are the rules, or, and it doesn't have to be done nastily. But yeah, it really is an internal thing. It's about respecting the self and then having that. Yeah, even police officers give me a lot of respect. Like if I'm stopped or something, maybe because I give it to them. Maybe because I give it out. Girl, I don't know. I've never even thought about it before. But I just know that self-respect, even this thing, even these cards, there's one card in here that says your self-love makes you more attractive or something. Even there's a card in here that says that. So I don't know what else to say about that. It's a boundary. But what people do is like, okay, so you're not respecting me, so I'm going to wall you out. I'm going to make you respect me by giving you a wall. But sometimes you do have to wall people out. But it's really hard trying to have a relationship with someone and they don't have, you don't know where to stop. Because especially watery signs, because it's deep and it goes deep, and it's like, well, where do I stop? Okay, so we're looking at May 3rd, okay, for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. May 3rd, love. Okay, playfulness. I know that's right. I'm down with that. I'm so down with that. So the overall thing for that day is to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So playfulness is the dominant theme for May 3rd, okay? So let's get into our spread. Okay, so Five of Swords was at the bottom. There could have been some type of falling out or some type of exchange of words that could have created some type of humiliation, or there could have been some type of experience, like there's the sting of some type of defeat, or maybe just a conversation that made you feel really fucked up. But I think the first thing to getting close to respect is speaking up and saying something about it. Hey, I want respect. It's like, okay, go give it to yourself. And everybody else will give it to you too. No, but I really think that's a beginning. Okay, so I also saw the Seven of Swords. which meant that there was some type of maybe cheating going on. The Seven of Swords with the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. There could have been cheating or some type of third party situation. Maybe as a result of the humiliation, you started stepping out, okay? And now somebody got an offer. So there was some type of humiliation that resulted in somebody like, wow, let me go get my wounds licked. I mean, let me go lick my wounds. And then from that place was an offer. But there will be some type of communication that looks solid, like the Ace of Coins. But I think that for some of you, the humiliation that was experienced, we're in the past, okay? We're just doing overall. We haven't, wow, the Empress is at the bottom. So you guys, Libra. Wow, Libra, this is a card for Libras. Libra's marriage is on the way for you. I've been seeing this since December, okay? Also, the Empress for all air signs is talking about how you're going to triumph over this. So it looks like the Five of Swords was the first card that I saw, and that was like some type of maybe third party situation that caused you to feel bad. Maybe somebody stepped out on you or something. Maybe you stepped out on your husband, or maybe your husband stepped out on you. Somebody was cheating. But then there's going to be some type of new offer, maybe from an earth sign possibly, or just from anybody. And the new offer leads to some type of productivity, creativity, and the wife, okay? That's what it looked like as far as the overall general theme. I don't know how long that's going to take for it to happen, but let's see what's going on. Okay, so some of you are not in communications with a fire sign, sun, moon, or rising. That is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Okay, so you're not in communication. Let's see what's going on with your partner. I didn't think these were upside down. I really didn't want them to be, but they went upside down anyway, so I'll go with the flow. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people now in this situation between you and your significant other. Okay, so at first there could have just been one, but now there's a lot. Maybe a competition. All right, somebody feels a significant loss right now. Okay, so let's see your partner, May 3rd. Let's see what's going on with them. The Knight of Cups reverse. So some of you may not be speaking to a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but you may be speaking to somebody else. Oh, okay. Now. So you could be talking to a water sign or somebody who's just kind of coming in. I feel like somebody is kind of trying to tiptoe in. All right. This feels like two separate energies. Okay. So somebody's going to be trying to tiptoe in. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit to the left. Just a little bit, boo. Just a little bit. Tiptoe in. You know that. Yeah, okay. See, some of you trying to talk to somebody else. My Libra friend, mad at Sagittarius. I put a spell on you video, spoke volumes for me, okay? Okay, yeah, so some of you, you know, you're just kind of like, you know what, I'm so tired of this non-communication bullshit. What else is out there? Okay, so that's exactly what you're doing. And on the 3rd, you might be moving into the direction of having more suitors, or on the 3rd, someone is trying to come in. Let me just clarify this. Yeah, somebody is trying to like kind of feel you out. And they could be spying, and maybe they know about you. Maybe they're spying on your Facebook page. But it looks like you guys are, you know, you're still, the horse is still in the direction of a fire sign, but it's turned upside down. Okay. So the Page of Cups reverse came in as further, well, I'm going to put that over here since it came up over here. Yeah, so it looks like there is going to be some form of communication, but it's upside down. So it might be, you may hear something, you may hear that your water sign had something to say, you may hear something that your fire sign had to say, but the overall energy for the third is that you're happy. You're happy no matter who you're conversing with. You're feeling playful and happy and, you know, joyful and all this kind of stuff. So let's look a little bit further and see what's going on for the third. So far on the third, you're quite happy. There's somebody whose neck you're hanging on. Somebody. It could be a friend. It could be somebody from the past. Whoever it is, you feel comfortable enough with this person to be on a swing and have your arms completely around them, and not holding on to one of the what is that called? One of the ropes, because I know my ass would be holding on to one of the ropes. So there is somebody around you. It could be a brother, it could be an ex, it could be a lover. Somebody around you brings the little girl out. So the lack of communication over here from one person coming in as a page is okay. Others of you, somebody is trying to come into your life and they're watching you. Okay? They think you're really smart. They think you're super smart. Look at that brainiac with the books up there, right? Also, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, this could be your energy. You could be not communicating with someone, and now you are focusing on taking your cup elsewhere, right? Like in an opposing direction than what it was before, and you're doing some spying on, these are two separate energies, okay? You're doing some spying maybe to try and figure out how to move closer to. So it may not be a fire sign that you're not in communication with. You could be not in communications with anybody. But it looks like it's a fire or a water sign. And it looks like you're trying to move towards a water sign, or you want to take your invitation of love to a place that's more secure. But I don't like the Knight of Cups coming in reverse. Let's see what the nature of that is. Oh, the Nine of Cups. Okay, yeah. So you guys are like this whole, like the inactivity of how many ever suitors that you have, okay? So if you're single and you have, let's say 2 to 3 to 4 suitors, whatever, 2 to 3 to 4 people, it's like what you're going to do, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, is like, okay, I'm not talking to one. I'll try and see what the other one is doing. If not, I'm going to go get me somebody. That's simple. That's simple. That's simple. That's simple. And May 3rd, you guys are going to be working on, you know, moving towards emotional fulfillment with somebody who's open to you and not somebody who's closed. But on the 3rd, whoever you're moving towards, it still looks like it's in investigative mode, or, you know, you're still trying to like feel their vibe a little bit. Like you're feeling somebody out. Somebody could be trying to feel you out. But it looks like it makes you very happy to no longer give your cup to someone who is not giving you anything back. Okay? You seem pretty done with that. Like, I don't see you wanting to deal with that. I mean, I see you dealing with it, but I see you open to somebody else, like open. Like if you meet somebody and they stepping up to the plate, that's what the fuck you gonna do easily. Okay, that's what I see. So somebody is hurt. Okay, so we're coming into maybe the 3rd with disappointment, crying over spilled milk, but being done with that. It's like, you know what? I'm going to stop crying over some shit that's not working, right? So, yeah, there's disappointment here. Disappointment in the lack of communication with maybe one of your suitors. Because I see multiple suitors now. Now it's like that, okay? And that's how it's going to be. Because fuck this dumb shit. And I think that what you guys are learning is I better keep 2 to 3 people around just in case one starts acting stupid. And I'm happy. It's like, look, I'm happy. I want to call somebody who I like and have some fun with. And they, you know, they're in this energy, you know, or in this Page of Cups energy. So it's like, well, so it looks like I see 3 different people for some of you, 3 different energies, and you being happy about that. It's like, you know what, let me expand my horizons. Okay, somebody does love you, but what's love got to do with it? Somebody loves you, babe. So coming into this week, or coming into the 3rd, somebody is walking away from an unfulfilling situation, and on the 3rd, you put it down. Like by the 3rd, it's like enough of crying over this. Enough of waiting. Enough of crying. Enough of no communication. Enough of that. Enough. And your advice is the 8 of Swords, which is to stop acting like you don't know that you need to start focusing elsewhere. Okay? Like, even if this comes into fruition, I think now you will still have 2 to 3 people as options. Until you can see some consistency on a consistent basis, I think you're going to keep your options open and keep them open wide, because you're having a blast. It's like, you know what? I don't think I'm ever going to fuck with somebody again without having options. And then if as time goes on, they prove an acceptable partner, then I'll begin to reduce my options. Okay? But some of you have just come to the conclusion that fuck that. Look, fuck that monogamy thing, because it ain't working. People don't appreciate it. It's not respected. And so now the Gemini rising is going to take over. All right. I don't like being like that, but I do it well. Let's see what time it is. What time are they supposed to come in? I got to light an incense because I'm not supposed to smoke it. Hold on. I'm the young lady, but the baddest in the room. Somebody loves you, babe. My buddy. Yeah, you guys, we should date. That's what we're going to do. We're going to date for the rest of the year. Because all this, you know, giving your heart to somebody that hasn't earned it, it's like, no, that's not even smart. It ain't even smart to see one person exclusively. You know what I'm saying? Fuck am I giving myself to somebody like that for? And you know what? You're going to be happy about your decision. You're going to be happy. Happy that, you know, you're going to say, wow, this was actually nice. This is actually nice. I should have opened myself up to meeting a whole bunch of new people. Super chat is open, you guys. So basically, what I see you coming into the place of the 1st and the 2nd and the 3rd is there's not any communication going on, maybe with the fire sign, a water sign, definitely a water sign, okay? And you're just so over being upset about that. You start looking at the 2 cups behind you, right? And there is like somebody who you take one of those cups and you say, well, let me try to take it into an opposing direction. How's that working for you, Ether? Are you in? So you decide to take your cup into another direction and begin to seek, do research, study. You know, where are some places that I can go? Or, you know, maybe you start even telling friends, hey, I'm single. I'm single. And, you know, it looks like by opening up your mouth and telling people that you're single and you want to meet somebody new and you're ready to date, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. Very emotionally fulfilled. Okay? So Monday and Tuesday, I see you walking away from maybe a water sign and moving towards fulfillment despite having passion for someone. You had enough. So you walk away Monday, maybe even Tuesday. Well, Wednesday, you're still in this place of moving to your 9 of Cups, okay? And then you set down any burden that's stopping you. So it's like this was a burden, not communicating with your water sign, whoever that is, okay? So it was just a burden, and Wednesday is let go of. It's like, nah, I'm good. And the advice for you is to not be blinded anymore, maybe with your positive traits. Like, in fact, if you are monogamous, you know, you give that to someone who earns it, not to strangers or someone who, you know, don't appreciate that. Okay? So that's your advice. Now, what we're going to do at Vimeo is we're going to take a look at whoever this partner is. The partner who is not in communication with you. Going to see what's going on with them for May 3rd. Okay? All right. See you at Vimeo.